Hi everybody. So this will be a video, part one out of a two series of videos talking and giving you a little bit more information, a little bit more context about the Rohingya refugee crisis. Um, and this video is going to be about the history of the crisis. Obviously, what we know or what we see in the media is that the crisis that happened in 2017 to 2018, around that time period. But in reality, the crisis has been going up. But in reality, refugees have been fleeing Myanmar for a much longer time than that. So this video is just going to explain a little bit more context behind. I'll give you a little bit more context. So to start off, um, Rohingyas have been discriminated against by the state of Myanmar, formerly known as Burma, for a very long time. The 1982 Citizenship Act enforced the exclusion of the Rohingya people from the list of recognized minority ethnic groups, and it denied them many basic rights such as citizenship, freedom of movement, healthcare and education, mar- marital registration rights, and voting rights. Um, there were obviously many people who were opposed to this, and so obviously the act, wasn't enforced properly, and people were allowed to vote, and people were allowed to vote, and obviously gain some form of education and healthcare. Obviously not the best, but still some form of education and healthcare. But since 2000 and 2010, or since the early 2010s, the Rohingyas have no longer been able to have the right to vote, and relationships between even Rohingyas and other minority ethnic groups in Myanmar have become increasingly complex. Um, Rohingyas are not allowed to vote, and they, as I said before, face a lot of challenges when it comes to accessing education and accessing healthcare. And they often experience a lot of extortion by government officials along the way when they're trying to access these things. So the kind of the initiation to the crisis, or one of the things that initially led to the crisis developing in 2017, was in 2016 October. An armed group of Rohingya insurgents calling themselves Haraka al Yaqin attacked the border guard police bases in the northern townships of the Rakhine state, which is the state that has the largest populations of Rohingyas. Um, I will explain it in the text further about how that affected how that affected what happened in 2017. But that was definitely an important precursor to what happened in 2017. Additionally, when you look at the refugee crisis, it's important to take note not only of um, not only of what happened inside Myanmar, but also the countries that are hosting the refugees. And Bangladesh is one of the countries that has a very long history of hosting Rohingya refugees. Since 19, there's been many ways of persecution and many ways of people of Rohingyas leaving Myanmar and coming to Bangladesh. The first one was in 1978, where over 250,000 people entered 250,000 Rohingyans entered Bangladesh. Then between 1991 and 1992, another 250,000 refugees entered Bangladesh. In 2016, 70,000 refugees entered Bangladesh. In 2017, at the peak of the crisis, 179,000 refugees entered Bangladesh, and in 2018, 13,223 refugees entered entered Bangladesh. And to correct myself here because I'm not editing this video, um, in 2017, 712,179 refugees entered Bangladesh. So, as you can clearly see, there's been a large history of Rohingyas fleeing the country and also persecution. It certainly did not start in 2017, it was a culmination of many events.